we're diving into an exciting story that just might be hiding in your pocket change. Ever thought a 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter could be worth thousands? Maybe even millions? Well, it's time to check your collections, because today's quarter is no ordinary coin. So hit that like button if you love coin collecting, and let's jump right in. So, let's rewind to 1995. The US Mint in Denver produced millions of these Washington quarters, with the iconic D Mint mark. The 1995 Washington quarter is part of the larger, long-standing Washington quarter series, which started way back in 1932. For years, quarters were simply everyday change, but some have become highly collectible due to errors, unique features, and high-grade examples that make them incredibly rare. Now, what makes this 1995 D quarter so special? First, we're talking about a few unique traits. These quarters were minted with a copper-nickel composition rather than silver, but it's the rare errors and condition that really drive up the value. Collectors hunt for coins with errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, or struck-through grease errors. These mistakes increase the coin's uniqueness, making it much more valuable. Some of these errors are barely noticeable without magnification, so it's always worth taking a close look at your quarters. Alright, let's talk grading. Like most coins, the 1995 D Washington quarter is graded on its quality and preservation. Uncirculated or mint state coins, especially those graded MS65 and higher, can bring in serious cash. Coins in perfect condition with sharp details and no signs of wear are rare finds and can fetch much higher prices than those in lower grades. Even circulated quarters in excellent condition can be valuable if they show unique traits. However, only a handful of pristine examples might reach astronomical prices, especially at auction. So, could this quarter really be worth millions? Well, technically yes, but it's very rare. Coins that have fetched massive amounts usually have a combination of top-notch quality, unusual errors, and historical significance. The exact value also depends on buyer demand. But hey, some well-preserved or error-riddled 1995 D quarters have sold for thousands of dollars. And who knows? Yours might just be the next record breaker. Wondering if you have one of these treasures? Here's what you should do. First, inspect the coin for errors. Look for double dies, off-center strikes, or any other irregularities. Then, if your quarter looks promising, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can authenticate, grade, and give you a clearer idea of its value. And when it's time to sell, high-value coins often fetch the best prices at reputable auction houses or through trusted online marketplaces where collectors are looking for rare finds. And that's the fascinating world behind the 1995 D Washington quarter. You never know what you might find hiding in your change. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more coin videos, and comment below if you've ever found a rare quarter. Thanks for watching, and keep hunting for hidden treasures. We're diving into an exciting story that just might be hiding in your pocket change. Ever thought a 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter could be worth thousands? Maybe even millions? Well, it's time to check your collections, because today's quarter is no ordinary coin. So hit that like button if you love coin collecting, and let's jump right in. So, let's rewind to 1995. The US Mint in Denver produced millions of these Washington quarters, with the iconic D Mint mark. The 1995 Washington quarter is part of the larger, long-standing Washington quarter series, which started way back in 1932. For years, quarters were simply everyday change, but some have become highly collectible due to errors, unique features, and high-grade examples that make them incredibly rare. Now, what makes this 1995 D quarter so special? First, we're talking about a few unique traits. These quarters were minted with a copper-nickel composition rather than silver, but it's the rare errors and condition that really drive up the value. Collectors hunt for coins with errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, or struck-through grease errors. These mistakes increase the coin's uniqueness, making it much more valuable. Some of these errors are barely noticeable without magnification, so it's always worth taking a close look at your quarters. Alright, let's talk grading. Like most coins, the 1995 Washington quarter is graded on its quality and preservation. Uncirculated or mint state coins, especially those graded MS-65 and higher, can bring in serious cash. Coins in perfect condition with sharp details and no signs of wear are rare finds and can fetch much higher prices than those in lower grades. Even circulated quarters in excellent condition can be valuable if they show unique traits. However, only a handful of pristine examples might reach astronomical prices, especially at auction. So, could this quarter really be worth millions? Well, technically yes, but it's very rare. Coins that have fetched massive amounts usually have a combination of top-notch quality, unusual errors, and historical significance. The exact value also depends on buyer demand. But hey, some well-preserved or error-riddled 1995 quarters have sold for thousands of dollars. And who knows? Yours might just be the next record breaker. Wondering if you have one of these treasures? Here's what you should do. First, inspect the coin for errors. Look for double dies, off-center strikes, or any other irregularities. Then, if your quarter looks promising, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can authenticate, grade, and give you a clearer idea of its value. And when it's time to sell, high-value coins often fetch the best prices at reputable auction houses or through trusted online marketplaces where collectors are looking for rare finds. And that's the fascinating world behind the 1995 Washington quarter. You never know what you might find hiding in your change. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more coin videos, and comment below if you've ever found a rare quarter. Thanks for watching, and keep hunting for hidden treasures. We're exploring a recent but very intriguing piece, the 2016 P Mint Mark quarter dollar. You might be surprised to hear that some of these coins have been rumored to be worth a small fortune. Yes, even up to millions of dollars. So, let's dig into the history, the factors driving its value, and what makes this coin one to look out for. The 2016 P Mint Mark quarter was part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program by the United States Mint. This program started in 2010 and ran through 2021, honoring national parks, historical sites, and other significant locations across all 50 states, Washington, D.C., and U.S. territories. Each quarter released under this program highlights a unique location or landmark, and in 2016, 5 different designs were issued, including the Shawnee National Forest, Cumberland Gap, Harper's Ferry, Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and Fort Moultrie. Minted in Philadelphia, these quarters bear the P Mint mark, a detail that represents the origin of its production. While quarters from 2016 might seem common at first glance, it's actually certain specific versions and conditions that have collectors eagerly seeking them out. Now, let's talk about value. Not every 2016 P Mint Mark quarter is worth millions, but some have reportedly reached eye-popping prices under certain conditions. So, what makes a quarter from 2016 so valuable? The first reason is mint errors. During the minting process, mistakes can happen like misaligned dies, off-center strikes, or double die errors. These mistakes are rare, and collectors love unique errors because they're considered one of a kind. For example, a noticeable doubling on the design elements can cause the value to skyrocket. Next is the condition or grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a flawless coin. Pristine, uncirculated 2016 quarters with a high grade, especially if certified by a grading agency like PCGS or NGC, can command a much higher price. Some coins with perfect MS-70 or Proof 70 grades are highly sought after, making them worth thousands, and sometimes, in very rare cases, even more. Finally, demand plays a big role in a coin's value. With the popularity of the America the Beautiful Quarters program and a growing number of collectors who want a complete set in top condition, certain 2016 quarters are in high demand. When you mix high demand with rare qualities like mint errors or high grades, that's where the stories of sky-high values come from. So, how can you tell if your 2016 quarter might be worth more than just 25 cents? Here are some tips for spotting a potential treasure in your change jar. Look closely at details on both the front and back of the coin. Any doubling on letters, unusual patterns, or misaligned designs could mean you have an error coin. Coins that have avoided circulation will look shiny and new. If your quarter has minimal scratches or wear and looks freshly minted, it's worth getting it graded. If you believe your coin has potential, consider having it graded. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC can authenticate its condition and value, which helps if you ever decide to sell it. Sites like eBay or heritage auctions often attract collectors willing to pay top dollar for rare or high-grade coins. Coin shows bring together many serious collectors and dealers who might offer a fair price. If you want maximum value, you might want to get your quarter professionally graded. Graded coins have a more defined market value and typically fetch higher prices in auctions. And there you have it. The 2016 P Mint Mark quarter dollar might be a modern coin, but it certainly has the potential to be a valuable addition to any collection, especially if you find one with a unique error or in top-grade condition. So check those quarters closely. You never know what treasure might be waiting in your pocket change. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 2014 P Mint Mark quarter dollar coin. You might be surprised to find out just how unique this coin is, and why certain examples are worth thousands or even more. First, let's start with a bit of background. The 2014 quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series by the U.S. Mint, which began in 2010. This series was designed to honor the country's national parks and historic sites, with 5 different designs released each year. The 2014 quarters included the Great Smoky Mountains, Shenandoah, Arches, Great Sand Dunes, and Everglades National Parks. Each one features intricate designs representing the unique beauty and history of these locations. And on the front, of course, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington. Now let's talk about the P Mint mark on these coins. The P stands for Philadelphia, where these coins were struck. The Philadelphia Mint is the oldest mint in the United States, with a long history of producing high-quality coins. But even among these 2014 P quarters, some have stood out for their extraordinary value. So, what makes certain 2014 P quarters worth thousands or even millions of dollars? Well, it all comes down to rarity and condition. Coins in perfect, uncirculated condition, especially those graded as MS68 or higher, are incredibly hard to come by. This grade indicates the coin is in near-perfect condition, showing no noticeable flaws even under magnification. Collectors and investors pay a premium for coins that meet this high standard. In fact, coins that have been graded by professional companies like PCGS or NGC as MS68 or higher are often valued exponentially more than lower grades. For the 2014 P quarters, these high-grade coins can fetch substantial sums at auction, sometimes reaching into the tens of thousands of dollars. And if a coin is graded even higher at MS69 or MS70, we're talking potentially hundreds of thousands for a pristine example. Now, let's look at some real-life sales of these valuable 2014 P quarters. At a recent auction, a top-grade 2014 P quarter featuring the Great Smoky Mountains design sold for thousands of dollars, largely due to its MS68 grade. Another high-grade 2014 P quarter from the Everglades series also fetched a similar amount. Wondering if you might have one of these valuable coins? Here are some tips. First, inspect the mint mark on your quarter. It should have a P if it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, check the condition. Any noticeable scratches or wear will lower the grade and therefore its value. But if your coin appears nearly perfect, it could be worth getting it professionally graded. So why are collectors willing to pay so much for these coins? Besides their beauty and limited availability, high-grade coins represent the pinnacle of quality in coin collecting. They're incredibly rare finds that add prestige to a collection and often become sound investments over time. For the 2014 P quarters, especially in near-perfect condition, this high demand drives up their value dramatically. Who knew a 2014 quarter could be worth so much? If you're interested in coin collecting, make sure to keep an eye out for these unique pieces in top condition. And who knows, that change in your pocket could be worth a fortune. We're diving into a coin that's got the community buzzing. The 2019 P Mint Mark quarter dollar. This seemingly ordinary quarter has an extraordinary history and could be worth a lot more than just 25 cents. Some say even millions. Stick around to learn why this quarter is one you should definitely look out for. So, let's start with the basics. The 2019 quarter comes from the America the Beautiful series, a program that began in 2010 to honor U.S. national parks, forests, and historical sites. The quarter we're talking about today was minted in Philadelphia. That's the P mint mark you see on the coin. And each of these 2019 quarters showcases a unique design celebrating one of 5 special places in the United States. Each of these designs was made with incredible detail and historical meaning, making them collector favorites right from the start. All right, let's get to the big question. Why would a 2019 P mint mark quarter be worth millions? While not all 2019 quarters are worth that much, some have specific qualities or errors that can make them extremely valuable. One reason is the presence of rare minting errors, like double dies, missing elements, or unique color toning. For example, a 2019 quarter with a double die error, where parts of the design are doubled, can skyrocket in value if found in pristine condition. In the coin world, minting errors and high-grade coins are highly sought after. If a 2019 P quarter has a significant error, or if it's graded as a perfect MS-70, that's the highest mint state possible, collectors and investors could be willing to pay an eye-watering amount to add it to their collections. And since the Philadelphia Mint isn't known for high-quality control compared to the West Point or Denver mints, certain 2019 P quarters with mistakes are popping up and driving the value higher. So, how do you find one of these rare quarters? Start by examining any 2019 P mint mark quarters you come across. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to check for doubling, particularly around the text or intricate details of the park designs. Also, pay attention to any odd colors, off-center strikes, or missing design elements. These are telltale signs of valuable mint errors. Now, if you do find a unique 2019 P quarter, make sure to handle it carefully and consider having it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Grading is crucial because it authenticates and assigns a quality level to the coin, which directly impacts its market value. To wrap it up, the 2019 P mint mark quarter may look like just another coin in your pocket, but it holds the potential to be a jackpot for those who know what to look for. So next time you're at the store or getting change, don't just toss your quarters aside. You might be holding on to a small fortune. We're uncovering the fascinating story behind the 2015 D quarter dollar coin. With its rich history, unique design, and rare errors, some of these coins might just be worth a fortune. The 2015 D quarter dollar is part of the America the Beautiful series, which started back in 2010 and ran until 2021. This series showcases the breathtaking landscapes, national parks, and historic sites across the United States. The D mint mark on this coin tells us it was minted in Denver, Colorado. Each year in this series, 5 different designs were released, each honoring a specific place. The 2015 D quarter includes designs like Homestead National Monument of America, Kisatchie National Forest, Blue Ridge Parkway, Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge, and Saratoga National Historical Park. These designs showcase the natural beauty and historical importance of these locations, making each one unique. For example, the Homestead National Monument design features 3 symbols representing water, food, and shelter, the essentials for survival and success in the homesteading era. Each quarter design is a work of art, capturing American history and heritage in just one small coin. And, while millions were minted, some quarters from this series have become rare collectibles due to certain unique features. Now, let's get into why a 2015 D quarter might be worth more than face value. Rare errors and misprints are what collectors hunt for. Error coins can include double dies, where designs are stamped twice, or off-center strikes, creating a coin that's slightly misaligned. These minting errors are like hidden treasures for collectors. Errors are not only rare, but they also make these coins incredibly valuable in the eyes of collectors. Depending on the error, some coins have been known to sell for thousands, and in some cases, a particularly rare error could potentially reach a 6-figure mark. So, how can you tell if you've got a valuable 2015 D quarter in your collection? First, look closely at the mint mark, which is located to the right of Washington's ponytail. Next, inspect the images on the back of the coin. Any signs of doubling, extra lines, or irregular patterns could indicate a valuable minting error. Collectors often recommend using a high-powered magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to catch small details that may not be visible to the naked eye. Some of these 2015 D error coins have sold for impressive sums at auctions. Just last year, an error quarter from this series sold for over $15,000. While not every 2015 D quarter has errors, the possibility of finding one makes it worth checking your spare change. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for the 2015 D quarter. Who knows? You could be holding on to a piece of history, and a valuable one at that. We're diving deep into a very specific coin that has fascinated collectors for years, the 2001 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. It might just look like your everyday quarter, but this one could be worth much more than 25 cents, possibly even millions of dollars. Let's get into why this quarter is so special. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American coinage since 1932, initially created to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Fast forward to 2001, a year that marks the final quarters of the state quarter series, which celebrated each U.S. state in order of their admission. But what makes the 2001 Philadelphia minted quarter different? There are some unique errors and a rare variety that have caught the attention of collectors. So what exactly should you be looking for? The 2001 P quarter is notable for several different error types, which have been known to increase its value exponentially. Some errors include double die varieties, especially noticeable on the reverse side where you'll find details like lettering, trees, and icons specific to the states featured that year, such as New York, North Carolina, and Rhode Island. Another known error with this coin is the weak or partially missing mint mark. Some quarters were produced with a faint or even completely missing P mint mark due to a striking error at the Philadelphia Mint. If you have one of these rare error quarters, it could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions to the right buyer, depending on its condition and the rarity of the error. Now, let's talk about value. Like any collectible, the condition of your coin is crucial. Coins graded in the highest condition, like MS-67 or MS-68, can command serious money. Combined with a rare error, you could be sitting on a potential jackpot. And let's not forget that some coins become more valuable over time, as demand grows and collectors scramble to find the few remaining error coins. Most collectors send their high-potential quarters to be graded by professional companies like PCGS or NGC. Even if you don't have a rare error, a 2001 P quarter in pristine condition could still bring in a significant profit. So, how can you check if your quarter has one of these valuable errors? Start by inspecting the coin under good lighting and use a magnifying glass to spot any doubling on the letters or images on the reverse. Look closely at the mint mark. If the P is faint or missing, that's a good sign. Don't forget to check for any unusual patterns or misalignments that could indicate an error. Did you know? Some of these error coins have already been sold at auctions for substantial amounts. The right quarter with a unique error in excellent condition can sell for tens of thousands, even reaching into the millions under the right circumstances. But remember, a quarter like this needs to have a rare error, a top-tier condition grade, and the right buyer. So, next time you go through your change or come across a 2001 quarter, don't just toss it aside. You might be holding onto a hidden treasure that's worth so much more than 25 cents. Hit that like button if you found this video helpful, and don't forget to subscribe for more rare coin insights and collector tips. Until next time, happy hunting! We're diving into the world of rare and valuable coins to explore a modern treasure. The 1991 P Mint Mark Washington quarter. What if I told you that this seemingly ordinary quarter could actually be worth a small fortune? Stay tuned as we uncover the history, rarity, and special features that make this coin worth looking out for. Asterisk, the Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, celebrating the 200th birthday of George Washington. It was originally minted with a silver composition, but by 1965, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel blend. Fast forward to 1991. This quarter looks like any other, but some 1991 quarters with the P Mint mark for the Philadelphia Mint are now considered exceptionally valuable. So why 1991 and why the Philadelphia Mint? Let's get into the details. To understand what makes the 1991 P quarter so valuable, we need to look at a few key factors. First, rarity. Most coins minted in recent decades aren't considered rare because of high production numbers. But even high production coins can become valuable due to minting errors or unique conditions. Some 1991 P quarters display a variety of striking errors. Known errors include double dies, off-center strikes, and even rare planchet errors. These specific issues create huge demand among collectors, driving up the value to hundreds, thousands, or even potentially more. But here's where it gets fascinating. A few 1991 P quarters have fetched incredibly high prices due to their flawless condition or highly unusual errors. A perfectly preserved 1991 P quarter, graded at an MS68 or MS69, is exceedingly rare. With such high-quality grades, the coin's value skyrockets. The few 1991 P quarters that have surfaced in near-perfect condition are often auctioned off at jaw-dropping prices, sometimes reaching into the millions. This is due to the coin's rarity in that grade, combined with the natural interest in error quarters. Look for coins with no visible scratches or wear. Coins rated MS65 or higher are especially valuable. Check carefully for any signs of doubling, especially around the text or image of George Washington. Make sure it's clearly marked with a P Mint mark and the year 1991. If you find a 1991 P quarter in your collection that matches these characteristics, it might be worth getting it appraised by a professional. Finding $1 million 1991 P quarter may be rare, but who knows? Checking your coins could turn up something truly extraordinary. It's amazing how even a small detail can make such a huge difference in value. Remember, collecting coins is as much about enjoying the history as it is about value. Keep looking, and who knows? You might just find that rare treasure hiding in your change jar. We're exploring the 2021 D quarter dollar coin, a recent coin that's already capturing the attention of collectors and could one day be worth millions. The 2021 D quarter dollar is part of the American Women Quarters program, which was launched by the U.S. Mint to honor inspiring American women. These quarters feature the famous portrait of George Washington on the front, but the reverse side commemorates influential figures who made history. One of the most notable designs in 2021 celebrated Maya Angelou, the renowned poet and civil rights activist. Other quarters featured a mix of influential women, creating an impressive collectible set. Minted at the Denver Mint, the D Mint mark on this coin is what sets it apart. Denver Mint has a reputation for its precision and high-quality strikes, which is why these coins are often prized by collectors. What makes the 2021 D quarter especially intriguing? It's not just the historical value but also the variety of unique errors that can appear. Collectors have been on the lookout for specific anomalies like double dies, misstrikes, or unusual finishes on these coins, which could potentially skyrocket their value. Imagine finding a rare error that turns this quarter into a must-have piece. These errors not only make your coin unique, but can also increase its market value exponentially. So, what's a 2021 D quarter dollar worth today? Most 2021 D quarters in average circulated condition aren't too valuable. But here's where things get exciting. High-grade coins, especially those rated MS67 and above by grading services like PCGS or NGC, have already seen impressive auction prices. In fact, some collectors and dealers speculate that in the long run, pristine and error-free versions of this coin could fetch thousands or even millions if demand continues to grow. The key is rarity, particularly coins with mint errors or exceptionally high grades that are hard to find. If you're hoping to snag a valuable 2021 D quarter dollar, here are some quick tips. First, handle the coin carefully. Oils and fingerprints can decrease its value. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect it for potential errors. And, if you think you've got a gem, consider getting it graded by a reputable grading service. Whether it's for personal collection or investment, a well-preserved or error-stricken 2021 D quarter could end up being a prized edition. Who knew a 2021 quarter could hold so much value and potential? Be sure to like and subscribe if you're passionate about coins and want to learn more about what's in your pocket change. Leave a comment if you think you might have one of these special coins. We're diving into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1986 P Mint Mark $quarter coin. This particular coin may not look extraordinary at first glance, but wait until you hear about its history and the incredible value it holds today. Let's get started. The 1986 P $quarter, also known as the Washington Quarter, features the iconic image of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse showcases an eagle in flight, a design that has evolved over the years but retains its classic appeal. But what sets the 1986 P apart? To understand the significance of the 1986 P quarter, we must look back at the time it was minted. The 1980s was a decade of change in the United States, politically, socially, and economically. The nation was facing challenges like inflation and changing demographics, and the U.S. Mint was focused on producing coins that reflected American values. The 1986 P quarter was part of a broader effort to update the coinage system and ensure the public's trust in their currency. The P on the 1986 quarter indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. This year marked a significant period for the U.S. Mint, as it introduced new production methods to improve the quality of coins. While the 1986 P quarter was minted in large quantities, over 1 billion coins, certain factors make it collectible. Now let's talk about the value. While most 1986 P quarters are worth just 25 cents in circulation, specific conditions can drastically increase their value. Coins graded in mint condition, such as MS65 or higher, can fetch prices in the hundreds. However, here's the kicker. Some rare varieties or error coins from 1986 have been known to sell for thousands of dollars at auction. Investing in coins like the 1986 P quarter can be lucrative, especially as collectors look for pieces from the 1980s with unique attributes. With the growing interest in numismatics, prices for well-preserved quarters and rare varieties could continue to rise. If you happen to find a gem in your pocket change or at a flea market, you might be holding a small fortune. So how can you identify a potentially valuable 1986 P quarter? Look for signs of wear, check for unique features, and consider getting your coin graded by a professional. A reputable grading service can help you determine its true value and marketability.